we can talk about it on the radio gossip?
Probably not.
Oh, well, we could do it more because we're on the radio right now.
Yay.
Ruby said she had some gossip.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
for
kidding.
later.
Oh, who's it about?
Everybody.
Ooh, I can't wait to
Everybody.
hear gossip about me. Have you guys heard any rumors about me?
Oh, I've got some good stuff on you. I spread a lot of rumors about
Tell
you.
me
I'm waiting for 'em to catch.
tell me 5 things.
Now, what's the number one rumor that you've spread about Mark Way?
Yeah.
I tell everybody that he wears a wig, for one.
That's
one,
not a rumor.
That's not a rumor. That's just
Nice.
that's true.
I love when I guess him right.
Yeah.
You know? It's pretty obviously a wig.
What do you have to say for yourself, Mark Way? Now that we all know that you're
I've
wearing,
been exposed.
now that she let
Listen.
everyone know.
All right, I'm going to take the Dave Grohl approach here. So fast forward 2 days.
Impregnate a woman that's not your wife.
No. That would be a financial disaster for me. Like, if I were to, Dave Grohl can afford it. I
Or
can't
maybe you
afford
would
it.
come out ahead. Does your wife makes a lot of money?
I think if I had a child with another
Yeah, I don't think he gets
woman,
a
I
piece
think
of the
I would
pop
be.
for that.
I think I would be. Well, see, yeah, we both make a lot of money, but like, the thing about it is, like, 50% of all the lot of money that I was just talking about would be gone, and then I'd probably have to give some of mine to her.
Maybe, but then she'd also have to give some to you.
I don't know how
it's one of those things that I think that even if you do cheat on someone and it's their fault, it's not like you don't get anything. They just kind of like...
They have a pretty explicit prenup, though. So,
True.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, we signed a bunch of documents. Like, it's like a public humiliation thing.
Yeah,
There's
if you
like
get
a-
divorced, Mark Way has to have a sex change. That was in the prenup.
What's your girl name going to be?
My girl name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
you know
just
what?
his name. Her name.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, please.
They're not divorced yet.
Do I have to go by her? I don't know how that works. Her, him.
You will have to go by she, her, yes. And you're going to have to mean it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to mean it. Like, I can't say it jokingly.
No,
Like,
you have
"Oh,
to be
guys,
very
I-"
earnest about it. You have to get into pride. Like, you can't just do it as
Yeah,
a joke.
but okay,
That's part of
okay.
it.
Let me ask you this. Okay, there's a lot of times where couples break up and they get back together.
If you get back together, you can be a boy again.
Yeah. You're
Is
just
that
going to have
how
to...
that works?
You have to save it in a jar. Just in case.
Wait, what?
That's they don't.
I
That's
bet-
actually not how that works at all. It doesn't come off of your body.
No, it gets cut and then turned inside out.
And then they'll just turn it right back out. You know what I mean? Right? Just fix it for you backwards.
Yeah, that's reversible.
Super.
Easily.
Yeah, it's no problem. Listen, they're doing a lot of medical miracles these days. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it'll work out for you if you really.
Well, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't think it's gonna work out for me. Like, none of this stuff sounds good. Like, that's why the prenup was so. Do you guys know who Kurt Douglas is? Michael Douglas
Yes.
and Catherine Zeta-Jones. They're actors and stuff
Yep.
and actresses. Their prenup is if one of them cheats on the other one gets like $30 million.
Nice.
That's chump change for them.
I don't know. 30 million is a lot. Like, an actor, like, you got to think, like, do they make a lot of money?
And
In the grand
they
scheme
were
of things?
popular like a while ago. So are
Exactly.
they making money
Exactly.
now?
But they're spending that money.
The thing is about getting into the movies and TV shows back then is their stuff went into syndication, so they're still making money off that stuff. Where
Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas aren't making money on syndication. They're not TV actors.
that's what I was saying. But I bet they were on some TV shows, and along with that, they actually probably had a lot more contractual things that they still get paid for stuff that's still out there. Like, now if you do a Netflix movie, you just get that money. You don't get paid for like the plays that go on TV and stuff like that. But now, but back when they were making movies, if you made a movie and then it was played during like
the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Or like Macaulay Culkin gets like millions of dollars every year because
Home Alone.
Yeah,
and
just
like royalties and stuff.
yeah, and you don't like royalties. They pretty much don't have anymore because of Netflix and stuff like that. So they're probably still making. If you had a name in the '90s, you're still making money.
Off all the people who still watch
Yeah, but
TV.
let me ask you this. I had to preface that whole thing with, have you heard of?
And the thing is, I didn't recognize one of the names. I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, you're 14 years old.
Hey, that's not true. I know Catherine Zeta-Jones, right?
That's, you know what's
I think I
funny?
went to
In
high
my
school with
head,
her.
I was like, I just named 2 actors. Like, one of them's dead. Kurt Douglas, I think, was like born in the 1910s.
Oh, I remember those.
Kurt Douglas looks
He looks
real
dead now.
Yeah.
He's the dude in Ant-Man. He's in Ant-Man, the Dr. Zim. The
Aren't you
Zim
thinking
particle.
of? You're thinking of Michael Douglas.
That's what I said. Michael. You said Michael Douglas.
I said Kurt Douglas.
No,
We
I
were
said
still
Kurt
talking about
Douglas.
we were still talking about the dead guy, I think. He died, yeah?
Hey,
That's what
did
you
John?
said?
We were talking about chopping things off and putting them in jars.
Right.
Oh,
Is
Kurt
Jo-
Douglas died when he was 103.
Yeah.
Century
him.
Club. Born in 1916, died 2020.
Oh, for real? I thought it was like died 2022.
And
COVID
as he
got
was
him.
103, he looked better than Jimmy Carter did when he died.
That's not fair. Jimmy Carter
Jimmy
did
Carter
a lot of
was
work
a-
with his hands.
He was a cool dude, I think.
Yeah, he still looked dead.
Bummer.
You can be a cool dude and look
Rest
dead.
in peace, Jimmy.
Jimmy Carter in the park. Like Jimmy Carter cast his vote for president.
He
Jimmy
did look
Carter
very,
and
very old in that. It's like
Yeah,
I really don't think he did cast
No,
his vote
exactly.
for president.
They're
And
like-
if he did, I don't think he was
Yeah,
of sound-minded body.
He was honestly just like in a bed, mouth agape. Like
You definitely pushed the chair up to the ballot box.
It was so funny.
The aide voted for Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
This is- oh man, somebody could have changed his vote last minute just as a prank, like, haha, I made him vote for Mickey Mouse or Mike Tyson or something, and then he dropped the ballot in and people are counting it.
He's like, I want to do a write-in.
He writes on the thing, please kill me.
What do you vote
He got
for?
his wish.
Assisted
Doctor
suicide.
assistant, yeah. Do you guys know who Dr. Kevorkian is? Do you know who Dr. Kevorkian is?
Uh-huh.
You are such a good liar. Like, I believed you for almost no seconds. Dr. Kevorkian was
From
big
like
about
Star Trek or something.
That
Yes.
does sound like a Star Trek thing. No, he was a real
was-
man.
Oh, bummer.
Well, so are the people in Star Trek, right? They're just like based on a true story.
Yeah, Mark Wayne.
Not based. That actually
They
is
are.
true. That's documentary
they're
style.
still up there, yeah.
No, they had gotten them back because of the Russian space station, and that's what I remember.
What was that movie with Tim Allen where they were like,
Space chimps.
no, but they were doing a movie about space. They were pretty much at a Star Trek type show.
Oh,
And then they end up.
I know exactly
it
what you're
ends
talking
up being
about.
real. It's kind of like
called Galaxy Quest.
Yes,
One of my
very good
favorite
show.
movies. My entire true story. There's a dude named Darryl Chill Mitchell. He's in a movie called House Party. Now, at this moment, Darryl Chill Mitchell stands fully. He's standing on his feet, right? And that's important later in the story. In the movie House Party, Martin Lawrence, comedian, DJing, Chill Mitchell, boom, bumps the table. He says,
Boom.
"Hey, man, what are you doing? I'm trying to mix." And he says my favorite line of all time. He says, "You call that mixing? I was helping you out." Because he bumped the table, scratching it, Fast forward. He's in Galaxy Quest, the only other thing he's been in that I'm aware of. He's walking around. No big deal. I'm like, hey, that guy's Darryl Chill Mitchell, the guy that bumps the table.
NBD.
NBD. Coincidentally, the name of my first ever bank. Fast forward to me at the Atlanta airport. I'm about to get on a plane. I have 2 cigarellos because I was going to do something nefarious with them once I landed. A Bugs Bunny doll, like a stuffed animal. And they were all on the outside because they didn't fit on the inside. And they were just strapped to the carry-on bag. Up comes this guy, actually over the loudspeaker.
Darryl Mitchell, please report to gate 6B.
Darryl Mitchell, 6B. A guy walks up pushing a wheelchair. I look over, and my whole life had been destroyed in that moment because Darryl Chill Mitchell was involved in an accident, and he is now in a wheelchair.
Bummer.
I mean, it's cool. He may do,
You should have started pushing him and then been like, "Yo, I'm helping you out." Then he would have been like,
you call that wheelchairing?
"Yeah,
I'm helping you out.
He probably would have liked that.
yeah." He's like, "You're treating me just like a person and not like the vegetable I am."
When I said, "Are you Chill Mitchell?" and then he was like, "That's me," and then I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man. I loved you at House Party and Galaxy Quest." And then I realized at that moment that I had just mentioned 2 times in his life where he was standing up, and now he's not. And I was like, he did look bitter. So I
I
was like,
don't
man.
think that he's bitter about that. Someone recognized him.
He was probably
No,
just
he
like,
wasn't bitter that someone recognized him. I think he was bitter that
he wasn't
like he
standing
was like,
anymore.
oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's in an accident. Probably
probably,
wasn't his
like,
fault.
sad.
I'm sure
for
you're
him.
not the only person who's mentioned a time in his life where he was
Prior
standing.
to his
I was the first
accident.
person to do it.
Remember these happy times in your life when you were in something recognizable?
Every time he closes
He's
his
like,
eyes.
"Don't talk to me then. I used to stand."
Don't talk about my past. What's the date, Darryl? So I use this real. This is gonna get back to him, and he's
Yo,
gonna
D-Day.
tweet
He's gonna
me.
now he's especially mad about it.
Well, I'll tell you what. There ain't no elevator in this building, so guess I'm just have to
Truth.
hole up in here.
Truth, just guess he'll have to get you after this 1 hour is over.
I can't
Probably.
leave. I can't. Can you guys go first and see if there's?
I'm not warning you if he's down there. If he's down
No,
there,
it's cool,
he
Mark
gets
Wayne,
you.
come on out.
No, it's all clear.
Yeah, it's just like Maury or Jerry
I
Springer,
walk
where
into
we're
a
like,
set.
we're like, and
I'm
Darryl is
chasing
here
behind
right
with
now.
like a hand cam.
Yup.
Man, what do you know?
Blaise takes off his mask and then he's all of a sudden in a wheelchair. He is
been in
Darryl
this
Mitchell.
whole
Like,
time.
what? How'd you do that?
Yeah, I knew you were going to talk about Darryl Mitchell today.
It's been a long
yeah.
con for this. I also love that you're not in a wheelchair, so like he's
Right.
fine now.
When he takes off the mask, that's when the wheelchair
Then all of a
comes
sudden
in.
I sit
Yeah.
down. I have braces on. I'm just FDR. Actually, I'm not Darryl Chill Mitchell. I'm FDR.
You got a blanket over you.
Mm-hmm.
You're staying warm. You know, you have a glorious past.
Your wife's running the country.
Yeah,
Wait,
Lots of
was he
good
the?
stuff.
Oh, that was J. Edgar Hoover.
yeah.
I'm thinking of the person who wore.
FBI guy?
Yep. He wore women's clothing.
Nice. Me too.
Oh, you could be president.
Maybe one day. No, I don't think
What
they'll
would you
ever
run
let a
on?
woman
What would
in there.
your
Yeah. What's your platforms?
what would your
Dunk.
platform?
Before you tell us your platforms, we should tell everybody who you are. Don't you think?
No, yeah, probably.
Oh, this is Ruby Richard.
Hey guys.
Hey, Ruby. It's Aruba, Jamaica.
Ooh,
Ooh, I
I
wanna
want to take
take ya.
you to Bermuda, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama. See, I knew a reference.
Yeah.
Who sings it? Boom, John
Jimmy
Stamos.
Buffett.
Oh, I wanted you to get that right so bad.
Was I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried.
John
does sing
Stamos
that
was
song?
in the. It's the Beach Boys. John Stamos
Oh, yeah.
was in the video.
I was gonna say he wasn't in the Beach Boys.
No, but he
No.
was in the video.
That
he,
song is
he
the
can
Beach
drum
Boys.
and play guitar. It's like a wild, hot boy that he is.
He has that really good song that they used on that episode of Full House one time.
Uncle Jesse had a
Yeah.
song that was on Full House.
Mhm.
Well, Uncle Jesse sang all the time. He was
It was his
in a
job
band
in the show.
in the
Yeah.
show.
And he had one success on the show. It was a fake song. It was all right.
I thought he did pretty good with Joey, where they made commercials in the basement.
Nice. They did probably do that.
Yep.
Plot point.
And they had Lori Loughlin, my first crush.
Yeah, he sang to Lori Loughlin. He also sang to the Twins.
Was Lori the one who went to jail?
Have
Yeah.
mercy.
My
I don't think-
queen. Yeah.
she went to
College
jail
admission
for literally
scandal.
what every rich person does anyway.
Yeah, they made an example out of her.
Did she go to jail?
I don't know that I think she went to like the Martha Stewart jail. You know?
No, I don't even think that she
Martha
did that. I
Stewart
think
was
she
in
paid a
federal
fine.
prison.
She was in the nice one though. It was Martha Stewart.
She was, yeah, but she still had.
She had to wear the ugly scrubs. Oh no.
Yeah, she was actually in like
But she made those scrubs look good.
Yeah, she
though.
did. She wears everything, you know.
she's like, and if we just do a little cut here, she
Cinch
does
it
her
at the
show.
waist.
Yeah, she should have started a prison cooking show, showing how to make like wine in the toilet.
Toilet wine, bathtub gin.
See, those things are though illegal for her to have been making. So I don't know if like a camera crew and stuff.
Yeah, but here's
would
Well,
the-
she doesn't need a camera crew. She just heard TikTok live.
we won't
TikTok
have
li-
that anymore.
Yeah, you can't
There-
get-
there is like TikTok lives and stuff like that all the time of people in jail making
oh yeah, they
foods
they
and
have
stuff.
phones now.
Well, they're not supposed to.
Not all of them. Some of them
How can
can
you
have
get-
phones.
I feel like
I know some guys in jail who have access to tablets. You know what I mean?
interesting.
Yeah, and then you use JPay to talk to them.
If you got it.
Yeah. That's
What's
how you know you
JPay?
have friends that are degenerates.
JPay is like you have to put money on it to like send emails and make phone calls to people in jail.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
my
gonna get
But
buddy
you
that.
have to if you want to communicate with your friends who are in jail. They don't have money to put on their
Oh,
books.
don't they make license plates and then they get like 10 cents an hour or something like
Yeah.
that?
but it's like
from
$2 per
commissary.
email.
It is like 15 cents or
What?
something. It's more than you think.
Yeah,
but
it's like
it's like
kind of weirdly.
yeah.
They're definitely turning a profit
yeah,
on that.
it's higher.
Just send an email. Yes,
Dude.
any amount they're charging.
Like,
it's
it's like,
turning a
that
profit.
should cost
It's higher. It's for sure higher than.
I guess
like,
emails are free.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. It's higher than standard text messaging rates for sure.
You know?
And it goes through, so like they screen them all and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like you can't even send whatever you want for $2. Like it can't have like naughty words in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I think it can have naughty words in it. It just can't be
Not
like,
threats of violence,
I'm
though.
going to have a
Lame.
knife that I'll slide to you through my pants.
Dude, I just watched this. I started rewatching a show called Ozark, and then in Ozark,
Jason Bateman.
yup, she goes to good reference. She goes to jail to visit her dad, Ruth, one of the characters, and her dad is like, "Don't come back here until you kill Marty Bird." Like the whole time they just talk about killing somebody.
Yeah.
It's like they wouldn't be.
That's what
You'd
I
be
was
in
like.
trouble. Like
yup.
it's like they're listening to you. You can't just talk about killing people. You
Yeah.
have to-
And users
you have to
using
use coded language.
Yup.
Yeah.
Don't
You'll
come back
have
here.
to kill me when she screams that in the last season. How do you guys not remember that? It's
Oh, I've never seen the show. I just know
Oh,
that Jason
you-
Bateman's in it, and I wanted to look smart.
Oh, dude.
It worked.
Thanks.
Oh, it worked. The
Yeah.
only thing if you were wearing glasses, it would have been like,
it.
"Oh my god."
Nice.
I
Jason
haven't
Bateman.
actually.
Whoa.
Oh, that was
Jason
yes.
Bateman.
Hey, Ruby, talking to the mics.
Do I look really smart? I feel really smart.
Say Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Man, that was some smart
Wow.
bait manning.
Nah,
Ugh.
nice.
Used up a lot of my brain energy on that.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yeah.
used up a lot of your black shirts with that.
Yeah. We're in church. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Oh, I've never seen the last episode of Ozark.
Should we
last
spoil
season.
it? Spoil it.
Yeah, you can't spoil it because you've never even heard
I
of
could
Jason
Google
Bateman.
it right now. I've heard of that guy a time or two. I've proven that, if anything.
If nothing.
what's your favorite Jason Bateman movie?
My favorite Jason Bateman movie. Well, I like
Teen Wolf
Arrested
2?
Development, but that's a TV show.
I love Arrested Development.
Good show.
The band.
I've never heard of
The
them.
band that sued the show for being named Arrested Development.
Well,
Tennessee.
who won? Because I know the show.
The band.
Yeah, the band.
The band won the lawsuit.
But they lost in my heart.
There was a time where the band Arrested Development was more popular than the show Arrested Development, but that's because of timeline differences. There was like
I'm surprised that they won that case, to be honest with you, because it's like this TV show is definitely not going to be thought of as your band.
Well, with the internet and like I think if you're in media, I don't know how that works exactly, but like they're both. If you're searching Arrested Development, you'd have to put the Arrested Development music or band.
It used to be harder to Google stuff, I will say. Like, it used to be if you put in Arrested Development, you were only going to find the most popular of that thing forever. But now you can say, like, Arrested Development, and it'll show you, like, show,
Yeah.
movie, like, band, whatever. So I think there's
Yeah.
probably a
still like the
lawsuit that doesn't matter
2000s,
today.
Yeah.
Right? But now it's 2025.
It is. AI is taking over the world.
God willing.
We're not even here right now. We're
Yeah.
all AI. We
I'm
I
are
chat
actually-
AI.
GPT'd this in.
Yeah, actually, I'm 101164. No,
I
actually,
think it's
I
only
went out of
ones and
binaries.
zeros,
Nope.
man.
Well, no,
Well,
I'm so advanced. I can put sixes and
AI's gone
zeros
too
as
far.
my binary code.
I was in a car recently, and it was at, I don't remember exactly, but it was like 101,000. Actually, it was like 100,980, and I was like, oh! And I just waited there with my camera, and then when it clicked to 101001, I was like, click, and I was like, our car's in binary code, and then I assimilated, and now
Nice.
I am AI.
Yeah.
what
Like-
was it like being in a car? Was that fun? Did you enjoy that, or were
Yeah.
you scared?
Well, how long has it been since you've been in a car besides that
I don't know,
one?
I had to have been kind of traumatizing.
Well, the last time I was in a car was probably 23 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That's a lot. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
How did
I
that
mean,
go
don't-
for you?
Yeah.
Don't stop. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna cry. You guys, the last time I was in a car, I drove here.
Oh my god.
Whoa, you operated a vehicle.
I can operate a motor
I didn't
vehicle.
know
I have
you
a
were
license
legally
to do
allowed
so.
to do that. It's crazy.
I
They
went
took
to-
my license away. Most on
Well,
me.
listen. I also what you guys don't know is my car is a Tesla, and I am my car.
Nice.
I am AI.
You just transform. Wow. That would be sweet if you actually did just initially turn into a vehicle right now. And I'm like, I had a show with a transformer this whole time. That's why there was so much feedback through the mics every week.
There's a Transformers 8 coming. Oh, I saw a commercial too, and I was like, this could either be AI or it could be real. Chris Hemsworth, what is it, Chris? Hemsworth. He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Oh, man. Masters of the universe.
What?
I was just going with the last name difference. Like you did.
I think he'd be good as He-Man.
Well, he is clearly
He
He-Man.
looks just like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like when I watched the trailer for it, I was like, is this like a really good AI generated trailer or is this a real thing?
Yeah.
I think I've heard tell of it. Was it real or was it AI Gen?
I don't know. William Dafoe could be Skeletor and then just not even have to put on makeup.
Hey, Willem Dafoe looks good for his age, okay?
Yeah.
Does he?
I think he's a very handsome man. I don't know. He has a nice face, and it makes me sad to think
A
about hurting
nice
his feelings.
face?
Yeah, he
If
looks
I
like a
saw
nice
Willem Dafoe,
guy.
he is the scariest looking
Dafoe.
man in the world without trying to be.
I don't know. I think he's awesome.
Those big buggy eyes. If I saw Willem Dafoe in
He's
an
got a face you
alleyway-
want to love.
He's scary in every single thing. He's scary looking.
He's got a face you want to love.
He's
you
got
know?
a face.
He's got a face, and people are mean about it. So I love
don't-
it.
Oh,
If you're just liking his face because other
Other
people
It's like
don't,
it's kind of like how I
that's
feel
not
about
having a
Steve
nice face.
Buscemi too. Like it's like, oh, I love that guy. I think he has a nice face.
yeah, but do you want to marry Steve Buscemi?
I would. Of course I would.
Yeah,
he's
'cause
got a lot
rich.
of money. Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's rich. And
Well, that's worse than not liking him because of his face.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's
also
not
does
fair.
funky voices, and I like a funky voice. You know what I mean? Like,
Steve Buscemi does voices.
or he just might have a funky voice. I don't remember.
I think his voice.
Listen, I haven't
fits
watched Spy
him.
Kids 2 in a while.
I think
okay?
you're just thinking of Michael
That's
Winslow.
a lie. I watch Spy Kids 2 every 3 months.
Steve Buscemi's in Spy Kids too.
Steve Buscemi is Spy Kids 2.
Noted. I'm gonna watch that movie. I rarely see. He's like one of the greatest. But I also think Steve Buscemi's voice fits his face.
Yeah, and I love him. And
Steve-
also, he was in Hairspray, I think.
Steve Buscemi
I
and
was
Con
in
Air.
Hairspray. Ooh, good
Probably
one.
my favorite Steve Buscemi.
That's a good Con Air. Great movie.
You ever see Con Air? Mm-mm. Oh, Nick Cage, just being a bad butt.
You could say ass on the radio.
No, you can't, and now you're fired.
Yeah.
Unprofessional.
You could. Steve Buscemi or Nicolas Cage, I mean, does the push-ups upside down. Like he does like a handstand against the wall and starts doing push-ups.
Yeah. Those are insane.
Yeah,
That's CrossFit stuff.
I might have had both of them confused for Christopher Walken this whole time. I might have had both Willem Dafoe and Steve Buscemi a little bit
Steve
confused for
Buscemi
Christopher
was
Walken.
in Spy Kids too. I googled it.
No, Steve Buscemi was in Spy Kids 2, but Christopher Walken was in Hairspray. And
That's
Christopher
true.
Walken was also a part of like a very big murder mystery in the 60s, I believe.
Really?
Wasn't he?
You're talking about the
And then
Black
on the
Dahlia.
boat. Yeah.
Not Black
yeah,
Dahlia.
but not that one. But it happened on a boat. It was crazy. He definitely knows what happened.
Yeah, he was there, but he's not saying anything, and that's why
But he's
famous
another
now.
example of a guy that's like, if not for the murder stuff, like he'd probably be cool.
I think that makes him cooler.
You
Yeah,
think?
I mean,
No,
How many people do you know that got away with murder?
Well, I don't think he killed her. I just think he knows what happened.
Actually, here it says one or both of them murdered her.
Yeah, I think he covered it up for sure.
That's just as bad. That's just
oh
as
yeah,
cool.
but he gets to
It's
have a
not
long
awesome.
career. But what's that guy, Jonathan something, who I can't remember his last name. They show him reaching into the backseat of a car and then running away, and that guy's canceled.
What did he reach in for?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the video, but the dude, he was like a Marvel star. He was becoming a
Oh,
star.
that guy.
He's the dude in Creed 2, 3, or
no,
whatever that fights.
People didn't
Scott
like
Stapp?
him. They were always trying to cancel
Yes.
him.
Scott Stapp was
There's
only in Creed 1.
Well, there's 4 Creeds.
And then Michael Jordan took over.
There's
Michael B. Jordan.
4 different.
Yo, Michael B. Jordan. No.
Oh man, that What if I'd be mad if my parents named me Michael Jordan and you had to go by. But like,
Middle
it's crazy
initial?
to me that Michael Jordan's such a I wouldn't say common name, but like Michael and Jordan are common names, and then to have two of them that are famous.
Imagine when someone just gets renamed Blaise Kautzman. They'll
What do
need
you
to
mean
go by
imagine?
Blaise J. Kautzman. There's no, dude. I haven't been able to find another Blaise Kautzman.
Well, I think Michael B. Jordan probably. Do you think that Michael Jordan had to get a SAG card for Space Jam?
I think he had a SAG card because he was already on.
So Michael B. Jordan had to be Michael B. Jordan. You can't.
100%.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have the
think that.
same name.
Right.
But I mean, I think it matters less today. I think it's fun to have the extra initial. I think those celebrities are cooler. Because it's like weird that you have three names.
What's cooler? Well, there's a third option. So you have, I'm trying to think of an actor and actress with three names. Michael Jaleel White.
Yeah.
Urkel.
Yeah.
Okay, is that cool? Three
Cool.
names like that.
Three names.
Michael B. Jordan.
Cool.
Middle initial.
Yeah.
Or one word, Cher.
I prefer the multitude of names.
Yeah, I don't. One name.
It's like, okay, yeah, you're Cher. Yeah,
One
you're
name-
Beyonce. But it's like.
Madonna.
One name you
Madonna.
sound too hoity-toity.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. No, it's just like one name. It's like I don't want to watch Beyonce, in a historical period piece, But
I don't want to watch Beyonce most of the time.
Watch Michael B. Well, you're alone in that.
I'm not. I think Beyonce is
you don't
probably
want to
the
watch
most
Beyonce
overrated. I think Beyonce may be one of the most overrated people of all time.
Hey, Jay-Z, listen.
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
want-
I don't speak
if-
for my
if
friends.
Well,
anybody-
Jay-Z, you will be behind bars.
He will be
I
behind
do
bars.
think that he's probably a bad dude.
Yeah, he dated Beyonce before.
Yeah,
they
poor-
released
and
that they
that's
were
the
dating
thing
on her
about that.
18th birthday.
It's also like he is definitely got to be a pervert. And I think that Beyonce was unfairly pushed into that. And so it's crazy for you to attack her right now publicly, Blaise. I don't know what Beyonce ever did to you.
I'm saying
and I
nothing
hope that
to do
her
with
people
that.
are listening because Beyonce, listen, I love you. This is Blaise speaking on his own.
I am, and she's
and
overrated.
thank you to Beyonce.
I never said
Thank-
she's not good.
thank
I'm
you
saying
to
that she's
Beyonce.
overrated, and people made her overrated by putting her on such a pedestal.
Yeah, like a lot of people over like the course of like 20, 30 years, just like a lot of people made her overrated. She didn't like earn that.
20,
I
30 years?
think that
I don't
her
know. She
music.
was big in the
600
90s.
Her
years.
she was. Well, I mean, listen, I liked her with the group.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's
Yeah,
Child.
and the thing is, I'm not saying that she's not good. I'm saying she's overrated.
A lot
You
of
think
people are
Kelly Ro-
overrated, though.
Kelly Rowland
Yeah, I
is
know.
better?
You can
She's
say
still
that
really
a lot of people
good.
are overrated, but she may be the most overrated.
Well, she's probably got okay. If she is overrated and then she becomes the brightest star, then she would become then.
Yeah,
the
if she has
most
another
overrated.
like super resurgence, but it's like
If-
she
I
didn't
also-
come up with music like forever, and people are still like Queen Bee.
That
and
is
you're
not
like,
true. She came out with an album last year.
I'm
A
talking about
whole-
before that. When was the gap? How long was the gap before that?
Like 3-ish years, I think.
Well, see,
And then there was Lemonade before that, which Lemonade is like a crazy, like a historical album. Like Lemonade is like
like it's in the
music
Smithsonian.
history.
yeah, okay.
I'm not even really a big Beyonce fan like this. I just
It
think I'm
sounds
on
like-
It sounds like you are-
Here's what
Here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing
say.
is
No.
Blaise
Ruby
is
thinks-
arguing against a woman, and so I have to.
That's the thing. Ruby just doesn't take
Nice.
anything into account except womanhood, and
Well,
I'm
and
like,
the thing is,
listen,
also,
I'll say
I think
different guys are overrated too, but
if I
I think
had
that
brought
Beyonce's
Taylor
overrated.
Swift up before Beyonce, he would have said that Taylor Swift is the most overrated person ever.
I would have
And
not.
I can't argue that.
No, I think,
wouldn't say
dude,
that.
she's literally one of the biggest people there, and I like a lot of her music.
I think Taylor.
Blaise coming out as a Swiftie is crazy.
Dude, Taylor Swift handed me her guitar pick when I was 19.
Whoa.
Like, literally looked into the
Whoa.
crowd, didn't toss it to me, came up,
She thought you were
Look at
gay
me.
or dying.
or she's like, this guy's only 2 months younger than me. Maybe I'll get to date him someday in my
That
life.
could have been it.
Dude,
Maybe.
she did. She
If
Were
like,
you
only-
looking at her eyes?
If
Dude.
only you had given her that friendship bracelet instead of Travis Kelce,
Dude,
where would we be?
this was
You know?
before friendship
Friendship.
bracelets were even a thing.
That's not
For
true.
this-
Friendship bracelets for forever.
Not for Taylor
Not
Swift.
until Taylor Swift invented them this past couple of years. So
Oh, for real? I'll take a back seat. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Dude, Fearless Tour 2000.
no way, that's pretty
2009.
OG, dude.
I
That's
know.
like you have respect in the Swiftie community.
Oh,
with that.
darn tootin'.
Like that's
Dude, I was sitting in front, didn't know any of her songs when I initially went, because that's when I was like strictly punk music stuff, you know. And then they're like Taylor Swift tickets, like $40.
and she's
Sweet.
punk as hell.
Went
She's
there,
super
and I was like,
punk.
I didn't know like any of her songs. And then I was looking up, dude, sweet show. And I go,
Well,
I
it's a
think
giant-
Taylor Swift keeps looking at me, but I wasn't gonna say that out loud. I wasn't gonna say that out loud because
just
I
did.
know how dumb that sounds. And then this guy that's standing beside me literally turns over and goes, I think Taylor Swift keeps looking at you. I'm like, I thought so too. This is crazy.
telling me.
And then she's saying,
Dude, you were living every girl's dream.
and then she sang one more song, and no kidding, came to the front of the stage, pointed at me, and told me, she's like, put your hand out. Put your hand out like this. Ruby, put your And then she literally, like, took my hand and put the pick in there and folded it in and said, keep that. And I still, that pick is at my
Taylor
sister's
Swift
house right now.
wanted you so bad.
Dude,
Why did you drop the ball on that?
I went into I went into like crazy stalker for a second. I was like, I can't believe that she did that. That's crazy. I was like, let's go follow her tour. Everyone was like, no, you're insane. I just went on MySpace and got no. I was like,
she was
text her
looking
on
for love,
MySpace.
and she
I
could have
think-
found it.
Okay, like
Yeah,
let's
dude.
imagine you were in Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm assuming her next stop was Minneapolis, maybe. She looks down in the front row,
She sees
and then
you
you're
again.
staring there, like standing there, like
The creepiest
yeah.
thing
She'd
ever.
be like, oh, she'd be pointing at security, and then she'd be pointing at, like that.
and she'd
guy.
be like, bring that man backstage. I'm going to have my way with him. She's like, he followed
but-
me all the way from North Dakota.
all the
Inside
way to Omaha,
she's
Nebraska.
like he snuck inside my
Luggage
gear for a reason. I'm just like,
He can't even think about the next words. He's so in love with Taylor Swift.
I'm sitting in the trailer just with all the speakers and like, she wants me.
I don't even Fearless Taylor. I don't even know if she had like a
That is
bus
true.
yet. Like she was like,
no,
what
this
do you-
was a huge tour.
Taylor Swift has had like.
Listen, I could have made her fear.
whoa, let's not say that.
my
So,
God.
She was-
but I'm
no,
not
she's
supposed to
actually, like-
defend women. But I'm not supposed to defend women in Blaise's presence.
No, nobody
That's a
said you're.
funny show.
Yeah, until you said you could have made her fear.
That's the joke.
I could have really put the fear of God in her if I
Oh my
decided to
God.
start
No,
stalking her.
Do you not get that? Because it's called Fearless.
Yeah,
you
but-
can't come at me when you just don't get the joke.
I was really focusing on just the fear part.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a fearless fear joke. You think that I would just, if I would say that without having a fearless joke?
That's
You know
a
who
crazy
I want to?
thing to
Hey,
say.
you know what?
Yeah, I
He's
know.
got
I was
fear
like-
in his DNA. When we came in the building, I bet you there's a Snapchat out there of me walking by and all of a sudden and then I go because I'm scared. Fear. He's he doesn't discriminate against the sexes for fear.
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
just like
Yeah, I'll
to
put
instill
fear in
fear.
anyone.
He'll put fear in dudes. He'll put fear in girls.
Yeah.
Fear is what he calls.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Listen,
my
a lot of
gosh.
people have felt fear.
I like how you say people. That's the best.
Dude, if I would have, Taylor Swift gives me her guitar pick, and then I hide inside her trailer and just follow her tour around, and they find me, and she's like, I think I'm gonna change the name of this tour.
Fearful.
Yeah, the fearful tour. Like, oh my God, what is that guy doing in my speaker box tour?
That's what she
I saw
calls her.
Justin Bieber on tour. Like, whenever you see a big production, like a big show like that, like Justin Bieber, I'm
Yeah.
not like the hugest fan of his music, but like I do like some of his songs. But when I saw him in concert, I was like, oh man, all right, I can see why this is appealing. But it was actually
dude.
really funny because might have been the oldest dude there. I bought one ticket and I just went by myself. I bought two tickets for my niece, and I was like, "Here, take a friend." And she was 12, and then her mom was like, "She can't go to Justin Bieber by herself." And I was like, "Garen's Barbarian, she can go by herself with her friend. Here's 2 tickets. Go." And then she's like, "No, you have to take her." And I was like, "No, you take her." And then they were very insistent, so I had to take her to Justin. I say had to. When I went there, I was like, "This is gonna be awesome! Yay! Hey, I get to spend." I get to be alone with I was like, let's go. And after the show, I was like, did you see that? It was so awesome. There was water.
Nice.
He was drumming upside down. he was dancing, and he was like, "This is actually my favorite part."
Wait,
He was
Justin Bieber was dancing?
like, yeah,
Insane.
It was insane.
This is out of character for him.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, "Well, this is what this is about." Okay, he was like, "I'm just trying to get a feel for how old my audience is. If you're," and then I swear to God, he was like, "If you're 10 years old, let me know." And then it was like, if you're 12, blah blah blah, 13, 14, and it was like, and then at 30. I mean, he didn't go all the way. He was like, if you're 20, make some noise. If you're 25, make some noise.
Yeah.
And he got to 30, and then it got quieter and quieter. And then it was like, if you're in your 40s, make some noise. And I was standing there, and then I heard this lady, one single lady, was like, and she was like way over there. And I just looked at my niece, and I was like, And she looked at me like, why aren't you making any noise, Uncle Barquay? And I was like, because I'm not going to expose myself to Justin Bieber and be the only dude that's like, yo.
Yeah, repping the over 40 at JB.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I was over
And then
40
you
at
went
that time.
and you kissed that lady.
12 is too young to go to a concert by themselves.
You think so?
12 is to go to a Justin Bieber concert?
I guess maybe it's in today's
like
day
a
and
big
age.
concert.
Well, this would have been 12 years ago.
Yeah.
No, 10 years ago.
He's been like a big deal since the moment he started being a thing, though. So like that's like a lot of people. 12 is pretty young for that. Although I was pretty sheltered, I was not allowed to do anything. So I guess I'm not really the best metric for it.
There was a lady that wore a shirt that said, and I'm just going to preface this with, she was short and
Fat.
She sounds hot.
I'm not going to say she was fat, but
You're gonna think it though.
Yeah.
I'm going to project the idea that she was, in fact, bigger than.
Ruby.
That's not. I mean, yeah. She okay. Imagine a person who is 5'2" but shaped like a basketball, and then she had a shirt that said "Justin Bieber is my hall pass," and I was like, I bet you he is. But also,
I don't think you're his.
right?
She was
like,
actually
"You're
just so
not."
big she carried him around to go to the bathroom during lunch.
They had blankets on sale for $80.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said to my niece, I was like, who would ever buy a blanket for $80?
I got a pretty sweet blanket for my birthday one
Is
time.
it Creed? Is it a Creed blanket?
No, actually, I went through a pretty. Can you say slutty on the radio? I went through
A promiscuous.
I went
phase.
through
Yeah.
a promiscuous phase in my mid-20s.
Always.
When I was like 27, I was made out with a bunch of girls in the bar.
Oh.
Like consistently. My buddy Heath would snap pictures of it all the time. And so he just had an album in his phone played making out with chicks in the bar. And then
That's the weirdest.
You don't even
album
like
ever.
take them to the alley or anything. Like you're not even like taking them outside. You're just smooching up on the bar.
Oh
like,
yeah, I was just blackout
Nice,
drunk,
classy.
just blackout
Yeah.
drunk, open
Well,
mouth kissing.
You can't blame him because
Why not?
they were making out with like. She's as much to blame, I think.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't you worry. I'll talk to her privately. Like I'll make sure that she feels ashamed as well. I don't know her though, so.
Who? Though there's a multiple. Like it was a
Ooh,
different person each
Just
time.
go
They
out
weren't-
to the bar, find a girl, and say.
Have you made out with Blaise
yeah.
Kautzman in this bar?
Dude,
You
sports
should feel bad about
bar.
it.
Sports bar is covered.
I've
in
been on
places.
some bad behavior in sports bar.
Yeah.
What can you do?
No, it's like it was.
the sport. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
most
okay.
of them were in sports bar. But then my buddy.
That's not really even your fault. That bar's like funny to make out in.
I don't know why you say this is my fault. Like it was a bad thing. It was kind of fun.
Well, you're not describing like good behavior. You can be proud of it, but
I'm not proud of it, but you guys are acting like it's
sound
like.
proud of it.
Do you remember that
But
place,
then,
Sweeto Burrito?
Yes, but listen to this. I let you go on your long-winded stories. No.
Yeah, that's true. That was a pretty bad story.
And then, but yeah, then for my 27th birthday, my buddy Heath made me this blanket. That's just me making out with chicks in the bar. It's just there's like 20 pictures on it. Of just,
Some of these are like creative. This is good.
yeah,
There's art.
That's a sick blanket.
I've
They're,
seen
they're
this
not all the
blanket.
same. It's not like just the same picture over and over again. That's
no, I know it was.
no, yeah.
it
You
was
were
a big
building
album.
you were building a repertoire for sure.
Yeah,
when you
And
you
it-
brought a girl home, did she like flip back the blanket. That
Dude, I'll be honest. I think I went home with my bros most of the time after that. That it was just like drunkenly make out and be like, "Where are my friends?"
Yeah.
And then just like, not good behavior, but funny.
Funny,
It
funny.
makes for a good
Behavior.
blanket.
You
The
shouldn't
thing
be
is,
on
I
good
need to-
behavior in a bar.
I need to put that blanket away every time a girl comes over.
No, you need to hang it up on your wall.
Dude, one girl actually,
They'll love
it
it.
actually worked one time that I've told that story to girls that I've been like seeing early on just to be like, this is pretty funny,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, I'm not gonna hide it.
and
Whatever.
they're like, I'm
like,
the
'cause
third
I'm-
picture on
Wait,
that
I'm on
blanket.
it.
Dude, one
Yeah.
time I was like, this girl's like, you want to go back to your house and make out under the makeout blanket? And I was like, what? Yes, this is crazy. I don't even
Yes, Cool, that's what I wanted to do.
dude, it's a nice blanket, and it's warm and nice, and I do use it, but I do need to be like, oh, girl coming over, fold it up, put it in the closet. But
Is it the same on both sides? Can you just turn it over?
can't-
no, it's
flip
white
it?
on one side. My buddy's like, that was like a $7,500 blanket. He got it on like a 50% off special that he saw on Instagram. He's like, that's an expensive blanket if you buy it regularly.
Well, $7,500.
75.
I think between
75
75
to
and
100.
100.
I was like,
But I
bro,
heard that too, and I was
Bro.
like, I don't know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I don't know if it was worth
If your
that.
buddy told you that blanket cost $3,000 and it was half price at that price,
Yeah, I just have
something's-
rich friends.
Yeah, it
made
was
of-
$3,750.
It's made of the finest lions, coats, and manes.
That would be a rough ass blanket. I think if
Yeah, I
it was
don't
like
think it would be
like
very-
lion's mane might be soft if you condition it, but they don't have conditioner. In the wild.
Yeah, like you'd have to soak it. I think it'd be a lot of work. to
Wouldn't it be funny
maintain.
if they actually did have conditioner in there and like, what if shampoo and conditioner humans didn't make it? They actually just found it from in
Like
the
it
wild.
just exists?
Yeah,
I forget what movie it is, but there's a girl washing her hair, and she grabs a bunch of berries and smashes them into her hair, and like blah blah blah. And then he's like, "Did you just rub berries in your hair?" And then she's like, "Yeah." What do you use? And then he's like, "Shampoo and conditioner." Like, what's wrong with you, you weirdo? I don't know what it is.
Growing up, like with not a lot of money and stuff like that, we always had VL5
Yeah,
shampoo.
Dollar Tree.
Dude, that's like
Vidal Sassoon.
that's like the Shasta of shampoos.
Yeah, it works though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's just like all these
Soap
flavors.
is soap.
Yeah,
Did you say soap is soap?
I did.
Nice, it is.
Thanks.
that's actually like the new campaign that they're running in Hollywood. If you just had actors going, listen, soap is soap.
Just please use anything.
Please, you.
And it's true. Smelly people is an epidemic, and I don't think we talk about it enough. People stink so bad.
Dude, yeah, and
Would you guys ever
You gotta
tell me
t-
if I stunk?
I would.
because I wouldn't be able to hide it if I thought it. Have you walked through a Target lately? I'm not kidding. People really stink.
Really?
It's too much.
I told
Target? What? I'm not you, Ruby. I can't go to Target. Okay,
Why?
I
have
just
to-
tell people that their breath smells like right away. I'm like,
Nice.
that's the nicer thing to do.
I don't really mean their breath. I mean like their. I'm not. Close
I know
enough
what
to
you're
these people
talking
to smell
about.
their breath.
I know. There's other people that I've told stink too, and I do it so that they.
That is actually really nice
mostly-
of you. I do think it's the nicer thing to do.
It
to
is
be like
instead
to
of
be
being-
like you smell bad. I'm not that nice. I won't do it. Like
Yeah, people say
Wait,
that.
so you will tell people or you won't?
I wouldn't tell a stranger, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
tell
yeah, I
somebody
wouldn't.
who I like kind of know, and I wouldn't tell somebody that I didn't like. If I didn't like somebody and they smelled bad, I'd be like, haha, you smell bad.
Exactly. I would just talk behind their back. But if I
Exactly.
like you,
I'd walk up to other people. I'd be like, "You smell that guy? Stinky."
exactly. P.U.
You.
Pew University. Sit in pew.
So true.
Simon?
Yeah. Simon Rex.
I think we should get Simon Says in here.
We should get Simon Rex on here.
Simon,
Dirt Nasty. Do you know who Simon Rex is?
Nope.
do you know who Dirt Nasty is?
Nope.
Oh.
You should know who Dirt Nasty is.
Why?
I don't think she was alive during Dirt Nasty time.
For sure she was. Well,
I've been
you
alive
were probably
for a lot of years.
Yeah. What do you
23.
22, 23? You'd know Dirt Nasty, but probably you'd have been like, I don't know.
I guess
13 or 14.
2007 was
Yeah.
his first
What
album.
did he do? Was he music?
He rapped.
He's in a lot of
but funny.
movies.
Yeah, he's in like some of the scary movies, like comedies.
This guy?
Oh, I like that guy. I love the scary movies.
Simone Rex.
Yeah. I guess this movie Red Rocket is supposed to be really good. He's a fan of comedy, though.
Well, that's pretty good.
He's been on.
Why don't you call him?
He's been
See
on.
if he
I
wants
think
to-
we were. He's been on. We Might Be Drunk. So I mean, we're pretty much Sam Morrill and Mark Normand at this point. So
Basically, yeah.
who's your favorite comics, Ruby?
Like of all time?
Yeah. No, just
No, who's your favorite comic 3 years from now?
No, I really like Norm Macdonald.
yes.
Oh my gosh, Ruby.
Um,
Nice.
King.
Yeah, he's awesome. I don't think I could ever write anything similar to like
No
anything
one.
he's ever
He's
done.
the
But like
king.
that's part of why he's like
He's my favorite.
I don't know.
Right.
Most of the ones I like are nothing like whatever I would ever do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like but he's crazy funny. I don't know. I like a lot of them.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald.
Macdonald.
You can't.
Can't go wrong with
You
that.
can't
guy.
top
Yeah.
him. There's no. He's always the best.
Yeah,
every,
what are you gonna say?
But
I'm
every
better?
once in a while, I'll just like. I swear that I've consumed all Norm Macdonald's content, and then
There's
there'll
always
just,
more.
there'll just be one that'll finally come through, and I'm like, "Holy cow! How did I not hear that one?"
How did this get by me? There's an Instagram page that I'm on that's. You finally found a page that's dedicated to posting Norm Macdonald clips every day.
You finally found it.
I finally have you ever seen those? You've had to have seen those pages. that
Norm
says-
Macdonald's Daily.
No, just
I'm
ones
just
that say
kidding.
you finally
Yeah, no, they
found.
finally found this. Yeah, and it's always what I was just looking for.
It's all yeah. I'm always flipping through, and I'm like, Norm Macdonald. Blaise, who's your favorite comic of all time?
Norm Macdonald. I just said
Nice.
You did?
Twin. Who's yours?
Now, if I don't say Norm Macdonald, then
You'll
I'm gonna
look like
just,
a loser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 100% true.
that. You're like,
So I guess this is
Dang.
the Norm Macdonald fan club today.
yeah.
Well, okay.
We
What's
love
your
you,
favorite?
Norm. We miss you.
Yeah, we do miss you, Norm. We miss you.
Wow, I'd say that. I can't do a good Norm impression.
I like to watch compilations of his OJ jokes sometimes.
Dude, that's
Okay.
so funny. Yeah, dude, he would just do whatever for
he
the joke,
did
no matter
not
what.
like that guy. at
No, he
all.
got fired from SNL because
He
of it.
did.
He's Canadian.
He was
OJ?
Canadian.
Yes, O.J.
OJ 's
Simpson was
Canadian.
Canadian. Which is weird because they let him play in the National Football League, and they have a very, very strong rule about no Canadians in the football league. And
Yeah, if the whole top
Somehow
half
he
of
made
your
it.
head moves when you talk, can't be in it.
flappy heads, and that's why he was so monumental in the sport is because he was Canadian. They wouldn't let him play, but they were like, "Let OJ play, let OJ play,"
Yeah.
and then they finally did, and then he
And
just
then he did nothing
murdered
but
his wife,
Yep.
ex-wife.
Well.
Sorry, I'm sorry, ex-wife. You know.
And he murdered on the football field.
And that's what we should talk about more, don't you think? Like
Yeah.
he's
Now that he's gone, I mean, we can't prove that
Well,
he did
no,
or didn't
no,
do it. So
no.
we can only talk about his
I like
football.
how he made his family sign NDAs for the last moments of his life while they were in there.
Well, yeah, because they're not.
Because he was gonna be like, I killed her.
Well, they are probably going to they were going to make money on his story. They could be like, as told by the
yeah.
sister of
I would have
O.J.
tried
Simpson.
if I
Right.
was them. You know what I mean?
Like,
If you're
We could
related to
write a
O.J.
movie right
Simpson,
now.
if you were related to O.J. Simpson and he died, he's not like the best dude ever. I feel like you could try to make some money off.
Yeah,
that.
but
That
I
is
don't
a
think
tr-
that that's
I don't
like
think
the
you can sign
most-
an NDA for everything. They just made him sign an NDA for when they were in there
Well,
towards the end.
It was probably like a
Oh.
deathbed confession. You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter. He was already tried for it,
Yeah. Double jeopody.
and he
Can't do
died.
that.
Ashley
So like, what's
Judd.
it really matter?
That was a sweet movie.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah.
I rented it from the C store in my hometown. What do you guys call gas stations back
There you
home?
Gas stations.
They don't call it the C store, convenience store.
We call it. I've noticed people call it the C store from around here. When people would be like, "I went to the C store," and I just automatically assumed that was the name of a convenience store.
Right.
Because like, I just call it whatever it is.
Right. It's like,
Like,
I'm
I'm going
going
to
to
Holiday.
the BP. I'm going to Holiday, which is rest in peace to Holiday. I'm so upset about this.
Not all
Yeah,
of them.
there's no more 4 for $4 deal.
No, they took that away too.
Well,
They
now
took
it's like the
away
4 for
everything.
$6 thing, which is ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm like, that's actually each pizza is like $4 anyway. It's crazy that they had that deal, but
Yeah.
that was the best. 4 for
Holiday
$4?
is
It was
Circle
a bit.
K now, and 7-Eleven bought up all of the speedways, which were Super America in the first place, and I'm still sad about that loss.
Well, I got into a debate with Drew Haher, comedian in Minneapolis now, because I would say like you hear the radio commercial, the convenience stores
stores
of
of
hold
Sup-
on. he said Super America and I said Speedway because I wouldn't say grew up, but like where I'm from, they were the same. It was Super America and Speedway were the same, and it was like location based. So like the convenience stores of Speedway just made sense. But then I came up here and then people were like the convenience stores of Super America.
The convenience stores of Super America. It's fun.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I never grew up with those. I didn't know that jingle.
Yeah, no, Super America and Speedway stops like 2 hours away from here.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer because it's the best gas station ever, and 7-Eleven bought it, and so now it's gone forever.
Dude, 7-Elevens
All we have
those,
is Casey's now.
7-Elevens have those pizza machines that cook a pizza in approximately, actually, I think it's 2 minutes.
I don't trust that.
I trust it.
I want the holiday hot
I
dog
didn't until I was
roller,
in
you know?
Utah.
Yeah, okay.
I was in Utah with my ex-girlfriend, and we stopped at 7-Eleven to get a pizza on the way home from the bar.
Was it good?
And, dude, I was like, how are we going to make a full pizza? I'm like, just grab that frozen one. They're like, you want us to cook it for it? It'll be done in 2 minutes. I said, no flipping way, Jose. And Jose put it in, and...
You said you were in Iowa?
Utah. And, yeah, it cooked in 2 minutes. It was amazing.
Yeah. Nice.
I couldn't believe it.
I can believe it. I can't believe it. They got food dehydrators. You just add water. Boop. Done. Is that the future? I would eat a 2-minute pizza, but I do agree.
I want like classic gas station food. I want it to be sitting there all day. You know, I want it to be rolling and kind of like gross to look at, but I want it to like warm my heart, you know?
A lot of people don't know this about me, but on the day that my son was born, I was walking home at 4 a.m. From my last all-night hoorah before my son was born. And then when I got the call that said, are you coming home? I think I'm going to have this baby today. And I was walking home and I was like, yeah. And I was holding in my hand a Speedway chili dog and cheddar cheese dog with chili on it.
Nice.
And onions and ketchup. And I was like, I'm on my way home now. Well, probably what I sounded like was now.
Right.
And then...
So then you and your wife
When I-
Ubered to the hospital, or what?
No. She actually...
there was no way Uber was invented then.
Yeah, we're talking about 1962.
Your son is old.
My son's older than me. So I went
His
to...
son ages much slower, though.
And backwards.
Nice. Benjamin Button.
No, his name's... No, I'm not going to say his name on the radio.
Probably don't, yeah.
His name's Vladimir. So I walked home, ate the chili dogs, and then took a nap until about 12:30. And then I just paced frantically with my wife, who was like... And then I drove to the hospital. Boom, bang, boom, done.
Nice.
It took an hour.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah.
I give that 5 booms on the pregnancy scale. Boom, 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 boom.
How many booms is that?
I counted 5.
5. I counted 5 too.
You
How many
actually
be-
did 6, but
Did I?
you did do 6.
Dang it, because I
Let's
thought
go-
that
let's
the
go
thing
back.
was I didn't count, but I thought that I was like, I think that's only 4.
See, I was counting, and you did 5, and then you did a bonus, you know?
Oh, you got a bonus
bonus
boom
boom.
for a bonus babe. No.
I thought you were doing that Charlie X
CX.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Is that
Sure.
Charlie XCX?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I was pretending to know what song
Boom.
you were.
When you were
Boom,
looking at me
clap,
making that thing, I was like, I don't know what song she's doing right now, but I don't think that's
I
it.
said, boom, boom, boom. Actually
clap,
didn't
like-
help me. What do you...
Charlie XCX. Boom. Clap. The sound of my voice. The
Yeah.
beat
Okay,
goes on.
But like, doesn't the intro like,
Boom.
oh,
Whoa, camera
Wow.
boy.
wow. That's Charlie XCX for you. She hits
She had
hard.
she had a brat summer. It was
Really?
Brat Summer.
She was a big deal all summer. That's why.
What
everything was
exactly
green.
was a brat summer?
Oh,
Brat
yeah.
summer was just like a vibe thing. So basically, like
Like
you
White
did
Boy
whatever
Summer?
you want and you partied, and a lot of people who were indulging in brat summer did a lot of cocaine.
I've had brat
That
summers
was
for
part
the
of it.
past 15 years of my life.
Yeah, you would actually really align with the brat ideology.
See, when I read it, like I was like, "Oh, this girl must have hooked up with Johnsonville," because I ate brats all summer. I was like, "Oh, it's a brat summer."
Chili dog brat summer.
No, I can't. I I don't know why I ate chili dogs that day because I would not eat a chili dog in real life. Like gas station chili dogs, no way.
That is a bit far. Like I'll eat a lot of gas station food, but the full chili dog is
That's
like.
what.
Yeah, because the chili there,
Like,
that's one thing that's
It
sitting
was-
out. Dude, because
you
even
gotta
burgers...
push the button in and like move your hot dog along.
Oh,
that.
see, I was thinking of the chili that they just have sitting on the side that you scoop.
Both of them, I don't like.
That chili, I feel like the scoop chili would be too watery. And I do remember.
Well, you
eating
can
it.
also just have more beefy chili that's not as watery.
Beefy chili. I don't. I was thinking about this chili somebody told me about, and they're like, "It's got steak chunks in it," and I
Ew.
was like, "I can't think of a grosser
I don't think I
way
would
to
want
describe
that.
chili to me. I don't want steak.
I don't want chunks, no.
Also, I don't want to have to be like, I don't know. That made me really uncomfortable. I don't think you should put steak in chili.
I know that's why I paused before I
I'm
saw. I
feeling
was like, I had
scared
some-
and upset.
I've had steak chili before too, and yeah, when it's like cubed in there,
Yep.
it just doesn't.
That's
it's not
wrong.
the same.
That's not the natural shape of meat.
Yeah,
Please
what I want is just
stop
a
it.
ton of.
If you're squaring up your meat,
Cut that out right now. Stop
Yeah.
putting steak in chili and
never-
stop cubing meat. Period.
all right, woke Bob, you heard it here first. Stop putting steak in chili. If you're putting steak in
Liberal
chili,
media wants you to put steak in your chili.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, did you know that's what our
That's
fans
our-
are called?
that's our-
The woke
yeah.
mob.
The woke
our
mob.
fans are the
Because they
woke
woke
mob.
up for this.
What?
The woke mob.
Oh.
I was thinking of how to. I was thinking of how to put that.
So true, guys.
Good. Well, some people woke up for this and they made
On. But yeah,
people don't wake up for
Obviously,
this.
our all of our listeners are super woke.
I don't know. You see, people make those jokes about me a lot because they like to call me a liberal. You know.
Oh,
They
wait.
like to like. I don't.
If I
think
do
that-
say anything that has to do with that, I'm like, oh, this is just someone who I think is overrated. You're like, I can't hate women.
Yeah, but that's
Like
just because
Beyonce.
I specifically like to disagree with you. Like that actually has very little to do with men and women. It has a lot more to do with Blaise specifically,
So,
and
okay,
I like
look-
to argue with him.
Okay, hold
That
on a
is
second.
true. I win every argument because I'm smarter than him.
All right,
Okay. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna test something out here.
test it.
Ruby, I think that Beyonce is overrated.
You know, Markway, a lot of people feel that way, and you know what? I might not agree with you, but I think everybody should have their own opinion, and there's no crime in sharing that.
Respect. Nice. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I also
anytime.
don't think Beyonce's overrated. She's not overrated.
I think she's appropriately rated, to be honest.
I think she's really
Like
good at what
people-
she does.
I
Queen
think
Bee
pe-
is like
I think people fangirl over her too much.
I think Taylor Swift has more of a not overratedness, but like I think Taylor Swift's bigger than Beyonce.
But not
Currently,
overrated.
yeah. I also think though that
But
she's
I think
appropriately rated. I think everybody's appropriately rated. I'm also
Not
to be
everybody's
honest,
appropriate related.
I
kind
don't-
of bored of both of them. Let's do something new. I want
Yeah.
people with less money to make music and stuff.
Yeah,
they're
Taylor
kind of better
Swift,
at
billionaire. Cut her out.
it. Yeah, a little bit, girl.
Well, she
Yeah.
could buy radio
Spread the
play. She could
love.
buy stations and play nothing but her music if she wanted to.
I mean, she could. Why would she?
She probably
because
will. It'll probably be like
It would
She
be a
doesn't really have
regenerating
to.
income source for her.
there
She
are
already
those
has
serious
those.
channels that are just consistently
Which is a crazy
Bob
thing.
Dylan and stuff. So
Okay,
She probably has a channel.
it's like
on
I don't think she
Sirius.
does. But
there
I was-
is like Tom Petty radio station.
but that's
Usually
what I'm
it's
like.
with dead people. Though.
I'm pretty
Right.
Tom Petty about Taylor Swift.
It's not dead people. Like it'll be Pearl Jam
yeah.
is the one I was thinking of. I was like, Pearl Jam hasn't released an album in 10 years, and they have a radio station on Sirius XM.
Well, think
Yeah,
about
but Pearl
the age
Jam is also
demographic
like,
that's using Sirius XM.
Yeah, Pearl Jam. I think they're still playing all the old bangers.
Well, yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
But there's like
Actually,
four channels dedicated to 90s
Pearl Jam
alternative.
also may be overrated because their first like 10 and stuff were awesome albums, but then their new stuff, they had like those 3 albums that just had banger after banger when like Nirvana was still around, and now that's just now their new stuff sucks. Eddie
I don't
Vedder,
know if I've ever even heard a Pearl Jam song.
you've heard of Pearl Jam?
You have heard of Pearl Jam.
Bow,
Yeah,
This is
that
that Charlie
did it.
XCX song, right?
Jeremy smoking. I saw
Temple of the Dog.
Henry. Nope, I saw Henry Rollins once. He did a spoken word tour, and he was like, "What's up with these new bands nowadays that are like no, yeah, no, yeah. And it was Pearl Jam he was referring
Was he the singer
to.
of Black Flag?
Yeah. Is it Black Flag? Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds right.
He did a
That's-
spoken
you're right.
word tour, huh?
Yeah. It was almost like stand-up comedy, but
Henry Rollins, Wild Boy.
he was a Johnny Mnemonic, dude.
He got a tattoo on Jackass.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's... If I was on Jackass, the least... Well, depending on the tattoo, if they were like, you have to get a
Well,
tattoo
he got a
of Bam
tattoo.
Margera's
He got a
face over your
No,
face.
you know what? I think he tattooed Steve-O as they were driving through the dunes. That's what he did.
I'd do that.
Nice.
I'd be like, thank you, Henry Rollins. Look at this. You know what I mean? Like, Henry Rollins
It would
did that.
hurt. Probably. If you're
Do you have any
driving through the
tattoos?
dunes. Quite a few.
Really?
You guys on the radio can't see, but she has a full-on neck tattoo. It's like a
It's big.
butterfly, but it's a skeleton
It's a
flipping
classic.
the bird.
Yeah.
She
It's a
actually has just the
classic neck
Steve-O tattoo on her back.
It's me. I got, yeah.
My buddy got a tattoo on his back, on his lower back,
Of-
like commonly referred to on women as the
Tramp stamp?
tramp stamp.
I have a couple buddies with that tattoo as well.
It's weird to
Really?
me. His, and I mean, nothing against like his. He's not gay, and he
Okay.
got the what's called the Rainbow Bridge, and it's not has nothing to do with a rainbow. So like, it's just the Aloha Bridge actually, and then it says Aloha in the middle of it, like right over his butt crack. And I'm like,
Nice.
Shoulda
why
got,
did
like-
you get that?
Well,
You should have got
because
like tribal
Aloha means hello and goodbye.
Maybe he was saying goodbye to all the,
haters.
Yeah.
and by haters he means poopy.
He does mean that.
Haters are poopy.
Yep.
Poopy
Say
haters.
It, say it. Say poopy.
I don't think I want to say it. I'm a lady, Marquette.
Oh, my
I would
bad.
never say poopy.
Oh,
Just said it.
No!
we got you on camera saying it.
No! My brand.
Do you have any brands?
Skyrocketing.
Ruined.
Do you have any brands? Like you have a lot of tattoos. Do you have any brands?
I burnt my wrist on the oven one time making cookies.
Oh, what kind of cookies?
I believe Snickerdoodle.
Oh, I don't think I've never made a Snickerdoodle cookie. One of my top cookies though, macadamia nut probably top. White
Allergic.
chocolate macadamia nut. Snickerdoodle's up there.
What's a snickerdoodle?
It's just like a cinnamon sugar cookie, basically.
Why is that called a snickerdoodle?
Because it's like a Christmas thing. I don't
Weird.
really understand,
Is
but
it Christmas?
it's definitely more of a wintry cookie.
When I think with cinnamon, when I think of Snickers, I think of the
right.
candy bar.
I do think
Snickerdoodle.
that the cookie may have been invented first. I do.
No, I'm pretty sure the candy bar was made long before a cookie was ever even
Before
considered.
people were even thinking about cookies.
Yeah, they were like-
it's like, have a Snickers, you're not you and you're hungry. Yeah.
Yup, and then somebody ate a Snickers, and they were like, "You know, what would be
Whoa,
really good.
If we made a cookie that was nothing like this but named it something
Let's
similar.
take some of this nougat, nougat, and then put it on a tray in circles,
Ted Nougat.
Ted nougat, and then we'd scoop it out with a spoon, put it on and then boom,
Yeah,
Done.
exactly. And that's how they invented
350.
cookies, you know.
Actually,
more
the
you
oven
know.
Yeah.
wasn't invented yet.
What wasn't
They,
invented?
they baked them
oven.
in the sun.
On
I
a
tried to make raisins
bacon
once with
in the
grapes.
sun.
Really? Somebody told me
How
raisins
long
were
you keep
dried
those
out.
out there?
It took well, it was in the sun for about 5 hours, and they did get smaller and like shrivel up, but they didn't turn into like raisins. We still ate them, and they were essentially prunes,
Nice.
and we bought them from a container.
Prunes do come from plums.
Oh,
They do.
now we're messing with all the cameras.
Well, your camera was fine until now.
was it
Yeah, because I can see it here. Now you just have the microphone in it.
just the microphone?
I'm not
Well, no, but
touching
you have
my
a bunch of
camera
this other
at
part in
all,
it.
which means
See,
that
mine
I'm
just keeps
perfect.
moving out of the way. Now yours is good. Mine just
Now
keeps
that
going
the
over
show's
here.
over, just about, I fixed the microphone. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah,
Well, that's because we're having a lot of fun.
this is very fun.
Are you
Did
having?
you have fun?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Okay,
this was
good.
fun. I woke
Good.
up for this.
Nice.
Hey, she said
Say
the
it
name
again.
of the
Say it
thing.
again and hold it up.
I woke up for this.
Oh my gosh, that is a great.
Sorry. I did have a lot of fun, though. This has been awesome.
Awesome, thank you. What?
Yeah,
Fargo's funniest this weekend.
that's
Fargo's
right.
funniest
Round
this
one,
weekend.
2 shows, one at 6:30 and one at
Yeah.
9.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep, first show starts at doors at 6.
Show at
Show at
6:30.
So it's 6:30. Yep.
I think the next one is doors at 9. Show at 9:30, or am I wrong on that? That feels like way too big of a gap. Ignore me.
Yeah, we can actually figure this out.
There's probably a way to confirm.
Can confirm. Oh, I just was looking at it on. Was it your story?
Probably.
Aruba, a Rubicon.
Probably.
Oh, it's not on your story anymore. Yeah, it is. Oh, of course
Nice.
it doesn't say first round the 18th, the second round the 25th.
It does when you click into it.
Yeah, but it's if he's looking at my Snapchat story, no, it doesn't.
Oh, I see.
I've gave
Okay.
Lindsay a different picture multiple times to be
Nope.
like, use. I'm like, I haven't.
That's your photo.
I haven't had this mustache for like. I had it for like 2 weeks when a professional photographer was at the club. And I was like, I need a different headshot for that one. Yes, winter tickets. Oh, early show, doors at 6. Show at 6:30. Late show, doors at 9. Show at 9:30.
I'm always right about everything. I'm so smart. Never forget that.
You questioned yourself
I
immediately.
did. I did, but I shouldn't have because I'm never wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, what do you know?
You shouldn't have. You should have just went along with it.
I should have.
Other than that, Friday night we'll be in Crookston, Minnesota. If you guys are around there, me, Nate Rowe, Tim Jones.
Nate Rowe
Dave.
wore a backwards hat.
He did. He looked really cool. And then I'll
Ruby
be in.
doesn't believe me.
I'll
I
be in
don't believe
Phoenix
you.
next Wednesday for the date night
Ooh.
live comedy show with Uncle Laser. Actually, we'll be on that, and then James Wendland. So if you
Fun.
guys are in Phoenix next week, come to that. But this, tickets are $20 this week in Crookston. So if you guys, you can call the bar. It's at Iversham and Shanty to get tickets for that. And Fargo's Funniest, make sure to check out that. There's a lot of tickets already sold for that. You guys get a vote on who's going to be Fargo's Funniest. You get a vote for 5 people this round.
That's right.
So,
I'm one of the judges.
ooh, you're counting votes.
That's right. I'm one of the judges.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
I plan to pay him off, so don't even
That's-
try.
Yeah.
I already offered him a large sum of money
I'm
to
not
rig
even-
the competition for me. So.
I'm going all for
No, yeah.
integrity. I'm not telling anyone to come.
I didn't ask any friends. I'm just gonna try to earn it.
That is what I'm going to try to do.
You know what's crazy?
I know.
That's what I
is-
tried to do last year, and then no one. And then,
Yeah. And we couldn't.
well, yeah. Well, I made the finals last year, but
Woo.
Yeah. I think it was pretty, well,
But-
I wouldn't say it was fair last year.
I wasn't there.
It was, you weren't?
no. But
Oh, yeah,
people,
you weren't.
but it is one of those things where a lot of people.
It was based on who showed up and who brought people.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And I was like,
That's what I was hoping for this year,
I was
but they
like-
made active efforts so that we can't do that. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I can't cheat, and I have to
Well, you
earn
still
it
can
if I want
cheat.
to
You
win.
could have people come at each show.
No, my friends are so poor, and they won't buy tickets.
Yeah, but then you went off
Oh.
integrity. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. And that's-
Boo. You
I
should
mean-
never win things like for real. You should always cheat, and rob, and steal your way to things.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I was
If I
thinking
learned
of,
anything from her, it's cheat and,
And
send
murder.
emails.
well, she's not the one that cheated. It was Bill with Monica.
Ooh,
This is true. It's let your husband cheat and send emails.
yeah, cigar boy. Okay, guys,
Awesome.
that's okay. Thanks for coming in today, Ruby.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
me.
Ruby.
Toodaloo.
Aloha.